So Jurassic World Rebirth just came out, and if you want to watch my review on that movie, you can go and check it out. It's already uploaded. I'll leave a link in the description down below. But with the release of this new movie and the start to a new trilogy of the franchise, I think it would be a good idea now to kind of just make a tier list of all the movies. Now, I actually did a video like this a year ago when I actually did make a tier list of all the Jurassic Park and World movies. And now with Rebirth now out, now it's, who knows, it may be a little bit different. So yeah, you can consider this like kind of like an update sort of tier list. But yeah, so we're just gonna go over all the movies, just the live action ones. I don't know if there are any other Jurassic movies I've missed, but we're gonna go just the main trilogies. And also, this is gonna be based on my personal opinion. I'll be going over, I think, what makes the movie some great and some of the flaws this has, and just kind of explain why I rank these movies the way that I do. I also want to mention that before we start this, there will be spoilers for all of these films except Rebirth. I will leave Rebirth spoiler free. So, but you know, you all had enough time to check out the rest of these 6 movies, so there's gonna be there's gonna be spoilers for those. So there's your warning. Okay, so we're gonna be ranking these movies from S all the way down to F. S being like the absolute greatest, the best one. A being really good. B being, you know, a little bit over average. C is just average. D is below average. And F is just like terrible. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get started. So we're gonna start with the original Jurassic Park. And we all know this one's going in S tier. I mean, this was such a revolutionary film for its time, and even today, it is still really good. The effects, the story, the characters, you never get tired of rewatching it. And it's really is one of the most revolutionary films because of, like, in terms of effects and the dinosaurs, like, that had, like, a massive impact in, like, film industry. And it's just like such a classic, like the music, just the moments, it's just such a classic and a really good watch. Like, how could you not put this in S tier? It is arguably probably the best movie out of all these movies in this tier list. So yeah, it's no doubt that Jurassic Park is, you know, getting an S tier. Next, we have Jurassic Park, The Lost World. Now, I'm gonna be honest, when I first started watching the Jurassic franchise, I heard so many good things about The Lost World. Like, I heard that it was the best film of the trilogy, and I got hyped up for it after finishing Jurassic Park because I was very excited for another great movie. And then I watched it, and I was like, it's okay. Like, I don't know. The movie just had like a weird flow about it. I don't know what it was. Like, character-wise, plot-wise, it's good. The character development was great. The action, CGI, the soundtrack, everything was great. But I don't know, at some point in the movie, like, I just started, like, getting bored of it. Like, I don't know what it was. I think it was just about, like, halfway through and just, like, I don't know, the plot was just now kind of, like, turned more generic. And it just didn't really hold as much of an impact, like significant impact, as much as I thought it would have, if that makes sense. And then towards the end, or like I think like the last like maybe hour or like maybe 30 minutes of the movie, when the T-Rex snuck on the boat and just was on the like roaming around the city, I thought that part was super ridiculous, and it was just crazy to me, especially since that like we didn't even explore the aftermath of that, like how society like received it and all of that. Like, I don't think there was any just like anything being done about that or focused on, even in the third movie. So I don't know. Lost World it's not bad, but it's I don't think it's that great either. It's definitely not the best film of the trilogy. That's Jurassic Park. It's still a decent, like, pretty good movie. This is such a weird... I think I'm gonna put it at C tier. For me, this movie is a C tier. And then we got Jurassic Park 3. Now, this film is definitely the weakest film of the franchise. There's just so many dumb things about it. Like, first of all, the characters, the parents, and the other scientists that Alan Grant was with. Like, dude, the younger scientist that Alan Grant was with, he was, like, likable until, like, it was shown that, like, he's been hindering the entire team because he stole an egg from the dinosaur, which was like, dude, are you dumb? Like, why would you do something like that? Like, it's one of the most dumbest things of the movie, and it was so ridiculous. And then, dude, the parents, okay, so there was this, so the entire plot of the movie, right, is that there was this boy that got, like, lost and stranded in this island, and the parents, you know, fetch Dr. Grant and lie to him about, like, some kind of certain mission in the certain mission to go to the island. And, you know, the parents just, like, lie to him because they want to hide the fact that, like, they're actually looking for their son, which is, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, why would you hide the fact that, like, your son is trapped? Like, why would you lie about that? Like, why would you want to try and cover that up? And then it's also just, like, the parents themselves, like, them just, like, not listening to Alan Grant and just, like, not doing anything that he says, because, like, again, they literally took Alan Grant because he's a professional at this, and them just not listening to any words that he's saying, or even, like, a hint at it. It's just, like, it was just so annoying. Like, especially the mother, like, I don't know, like, she was definitely being annoying throughout this entire movie. Towards the end, though, I mean, like, the characters, like, did get a little bit better towards the end, but it was already, like, too late at that point. Like, for the majority, I just didn't like them. The lack of character development, that hindered the film. The plot was just kind of, like, the way how the plot, like, exists, it's just, like, it's dumb, and it's just, like, I don't know, could have been better. And the way everything just unfolded, I don't know, it was just weird. It's just, like, they just go all over the place, and I don't know, it's just weird. I think they tried to recapture some of the magic that Jurassic Park had, but, like, Jurassic Park is, like, a one-time thing. Like, the wonder, the mystery, the science behind it, like, it really worked for Jurassic Park because it was so fresh and brand new, right? Like, you can't really recapture that because it's only, like, a one-time thing. So I think Jurassic Park 3 tried to recapture that, but it failed miserably. There are some good things about it, like the Spinosaurus scenes, you know, the pterodactyl scenes, like, those were pretty cool. But, like, other than that, like, this movie is just, like, not really that good. It's gonna be a D tier. I don't think it's F tier. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, but it's definitely a very weak film. So now the entire trilogy of the Jurassic Park movies have ended. It was left until, like, 2015 when Jurassic World would come back and kind of just, like, revive the franchise. And I'm going to tell you, this movie is an S tier. 100% an S tier. It does such a good job at just kind of sort of, like, recapturing some of that feeling that the first Jurassic Park had. Obviously not completely, but, like, it captures that same kind of, like, wonder and feeling. And it kind of just takes everything and kind of just, like, I don't know how to put it, but just, like, reinvents it. Like, now Jurassic Park is, like, an official thing. Now, like, people all over the world can come and see these dinosaurs. It's now, like, an official park. You know, that's cool. And then you got characters like Owen Grady and Claire. Their character development was great. I mean, Owen Grady didn't really have any character development, but, like, he was, like, a cool character, an enjoyable character from the start. Claire had good character development. So the characters in this movie are likable. The action, the CGI was amazing. The other themes and just, like, conflicts about, like, creation, and with the Indominus Rex. Dude, the Indominus Rex, it was such an insane creature in this movie. It is a terrifying villain and one of the best. And it's really, and that's why, like, the plot of taking down this dinosaur that terrorizes the island and the way how everything unfolds, it is so well done, so action-packed, and just so entertaining. And that definitely earns it up there with Jurassic Park. It also introduces, like, a new dynamic between a human and a dinosaur. Like, you have Owen Grady and the Velociraptor Blue. Like, this is the first, like, trilogy that introduces, like, a direct, like, kind of, like, relationship between a dinosaur and a human, which is super cool. And I don't know, this movie just does so many things right, and it sets up for so much, and this movie is definitely well deserved in the S tier. It definitely revived the Jurassic franchise. So yeah, I think this movie is up there with Jurassic Park. And then we have Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Now, for me, I think this is definitely the weakest film of the trilogy. Because here's the thing. I thought this movie was going to explore more with like the extinction and like the destruction of Isla Nublar. I think that's what the island is called. I thought it was going to focus more on like the extinction of these dinosaurs and kind of make it kind of like this, you know, apocalypse sort of thing. And while that did happen, that wasn't like the main center of the movie. The main center was like the last kind of like hour or so about like the bidding and wanting to make and creating dinosaurs for military weapons, which is interesting, but like that shift in focus was just kind of weird for me, and it definitely did hurt the film. There's a lot of good things about it, but I don't know, it was just like it was just like a weird thing to me. Like the flow of the film just kind of fell down when you know, after the destruction of the island and all of that, the destruction of the island and like the extinction of like the dinosaurs, that was very heartbreaking. It was very well done, but also like heartbreaking to see. Also, what I love about this movie is that it explores more into Owen's and Blue's kind of like relationship and their friendship and how it all kind of began. So getting to see more of that was awesome, and I definitely loved it. So that definitely adds a plus to this movie for me. I think overall, I'm gonna give this movie a B tier. I think this movie is great, but I do think it is the weakest of the trilogy because they also introduced the girl storyline, like the young girl that gets adopted by Claire and Owen. And I don't know, like that was just like a weird introduction because I don't even think her story went anywhere even in Dominion. So I don't know, I feel like that was just more baggage, and the way just how it ended, also just like the girl releasing all the dinosaurs out to the world, like I get it, but also it's just like, logically speaking, like letting these dangerous creatures out into the world to cause havoc, it just could have been done better. I'm sorry. Now I'm kind of tempted to put this at C tier because of that, but I still think it's good enough to be a B tier. And then the final movie, Dominion. Now, I think people consider this to be the worst film of the franchise. Now, here's the thing. Me personally, I have some bias towards this movie because it was my first Jurassic film in theaters, and it was also the movie that kind of introduced me and got me into the Jurassic Park franchise. And so I do hold some bit of bias there, but I do think this movie is solid. Like, I think it does like a very good ending to like the characters, and bringing back the OG cast from the original Jurassic Park franchise was like super cool to see them interact. I do think it could have been done better, but for what we got, I think it's pretty solid. I think what really hurt this film was the fact that like because the trailers seemed more focused on like exploring how like dinosaurs roaming free around the world is going to affect society, and how like, you know, people would like deal with them. That's what this movie promoted itself to be in the trailers, but when it came out, it just turned out to be something completely different. You know, you got this organization Biosyn, and I think I forgot what their goal was. I forgot like a lot of it. I think their main intention was to like make a gain from these dinosaurs or create some kind of like new park or like mutations. I don't remember, but they were like capturing dinosaurs, and Owen was going to save Blue's baby, so that was one of it. And also the young girl from the last movie got captured, and she was very important in their plans for some reason. I don't remember. Again, it just felt like a lot of it just kind of like the storyline with the girl just kind of like went nowhere, I feel like. And if it didn't really have that much of an impact. But, you know, it's a simple rescue story mission. It's like, it's entertaining, and as it unfolds, like it's entertaining to watch. Like, yeah, the storyline is just kind of like but you know, you got like you got like good characters, you got like good music, some good action, and if it just like presents itself like better than it actually is, then I think it actually makes for more of an enjoyable film. So personal bias and just like my personal opinions of the movie still to this day, I think this movie is an A tier. I definitely I don't think it's the worst film of the trilogy, but I see its flaws and I understand where people are coming from, and I definitely do see a lot of flaws in it. And I can understand why people would think it would be better if they actually focused on what the movie promoted itself to be in the trailers. Something I also want to mention about Dominion is that one of the other flaws I see is that, like, other than the girl like story plotline, I also think that like Blue's and Owen's relationship was kind of just like left in the dust. Like, Blue was not much in this movie. She was there in the beginning and then the end. So just kind of leaving Blue and Owen just like relationship, a dynamic, just like off, like away in this movie. I think that also, just for me personally, hurt the film, because one of the best things about this trilogy is the relationship between Owen and Blue. It's definitely one of the best, and for the movie to kind of just like not focus on that and to kind of just leave it out was just like, you know, it just left a bad taste. And then we got the newest film to our brand new trilogy, Jurassic World Rebirth. Now, again, I'm going to keep spoilers. It's going to be spoiler free. I think this movie is super good. Like, you got good characters, good character development. You got a good plot, you know, generic, but it's made up for by its characters, its action, its music. It's like good and like, you know, moments, and how everything just unfolds, how everything just kind of like weaves in together. The new mutations of the dinosaurs, that's pretty well done, and it does try to recapture some of the mystery and wonder that Jurassic Park had. It does so slightly, and it tried to do that because with the new mutations of the dinosaurs, but it didn't really capture it all that much. Some of the flaws I do see in it is that I do think that like the motivations behind these dinosaurs and their history should have been explored more, and if they did, there should have been more of an in-depth or like bigger reasoning for it, rather than just like, you know, something simple like wanting to gain attention or being power hungry. You know, there's a lot of generic stuff in it, but there's some new stuff that works, and I think it actually makes up, and I think it actually outweighs some of the flaws that this film has. I definitely do want to see this movie succeed, and I do think it's a solid start to a brand new Jurassic World trilogy. So I'm very excited to see where the next movies take off. But I think Jurassic World Rebirth is... Do I put it above? I think it's an A tier film, but I wonder, do I put it above Dominion or below? I think I'm gonna put this movie above Dominion right now. That's how I feel about it. And there you have it. There is my tier list of the Jurassic Park movies, the Jurassic World movies. I don't know how different this one is than the one I made a year ago, but I assume it's gonna be a little bit different. If you guys have any opinions on my tier list, how would you guys rank these movies? Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, and feel free to share your thoughts on my tier list and how you feel about them, and I'll be sure to read them. Also, feel free to support this channel by subscribing, liking, or sharing. Any of that would help greatly, and it's all free, and it would be very much appreciated. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you all have enjoyed, and God bless. See ya.